Hello, good morning, everyone. Hey, we're getting ready to do trash talk, and we are on week 27. And well, I won't say many, but a few of you guys noticed I didn't have a picture for last week, and it was because I had forgotten. But I did take a picture this week, and you'll see that later. Because I did take yesterday off again. Usually I work on Saturdays, but uh, we have a budget of hours. And so if I'm going into Friday and I notice that we're a little over on hours, then I have to cut hours. And I'll usually cut my own for a couple of reasons. One, because I have a PTO accumulated. And if you get to a certain point, then you don't accumulate anymore. So I got to stay under a certain amount of PTO. And two, I don't mind taking the day off. It gives me time to do art and stuff like that. But yesterday was yard work, so it's just a picture of me doing yard work. Ooh. But anyway, so let's show you the page for week 27, which, as you remember, I was going to do a double spread last week, but I ended up just putting everything here. So this is going to be 27. It already has the tab on there from last week. Yeah, so I think this should be enough because I do have some larger pieces of trash, but I'm able to cut those down for this week, and they're just like products. Okay, so this is my page. Oh man, this thing is getting kind of big to move around. Ugh. Okay, so usual receipts. Lazy Acres, eating out. Where did we eat? Oh, I went to the soul food place and got some catfish for hubby, and I got a spicy chicken sandwich. Albertsons, post office, Sprouts, and then this is a return. I had bought some more lights, and this came with it, but I'm not going to return them. So I'm just going to see if I can use this somehow. Maybe this, because it has like a sticker. I stick it in the background and kind of grunge it up a little bit. That's that. And then my trash. Okay, so I'll start with some found trash that'll go outside in the bin. Oop. And I found these while perusing the flea market last Sunday. I don't know what these. This is quite interesting, right? This is like right up my alley. I don't know how to use it. We'll probably be on a mixed media piece. Looks like it just broke off of something. Little cheap plastic sticker jewels. They're stuck together, so I'll probably pry that apart. So I have two of them. Another piece that looks like it came from a machine or something, equipment. It's another cool piece. Let's see, a little bottle cap that's pretty squished. I like that. It's got a little bit of blue on it. Earring that's seen better days. And a little snap thing. This, I don't know. It's just a snap from something it broke off. So those are going to go into my drawers outside, my orange organizer. And then this is from the lights. I took one out. It's these. And this was like the cap part, so I just kept that. I thought that would make a good tab, but I already have a tab on the page. But maybe I can use this for my journal card. I like to pull it up like that. This is a piece of, what was that? A piece of trash I found on the ground when Lori and I were having coffee last week. We met, and she's an artist on Instagram also, and she's local. So we met for coffee, and this was on the ground, and I just liked the way it looked. I covered up this because it has a cuss word and someone's name. So I don't want to offend anyone, so I just covered it up. But ideally, I do like that grungy look, and this will go into my trash journal. without the tape on it because it doesn't offend me. So, and then, you know, AARP has a way of reminding you that you're old. So I got this in the mail. So I don't know, maybe I'll use this as a journal card. Oh yeah, it's a good idea because it is white on the back, so I can write on there. And it's just ready to go. Here we are. I got some happy mail from Dawn. And she did her ink blots, and she sent me a couple of them. So, and again, I always say these are not trash when they're happy mail, but I do like to include them as part of journaling just to show. So I may put one in my asylum journal as a note, and then the other one may be in the trash journal as a note, just to remind myself that I got happy mail, and of course put their names and everything on there. So that was cool. And then this is, a little soap. It was gray plastic to lay your soap on in the shower, so that it drains and blah, blah, blah. But it was, I had bought it a year ago or so for our 5-item challenge, a dollar store. It was one of the pieces I had bought. And I still had it. I ended up deciding on not to use this one. I had some other pieces that I used instead, but I had bought it while I was there, and it just sat for a year. So I'm like, you know what, I got to get rid of some of this stuff. So I actually have it in my shower now. It has my bar soap and my face soap on it because there's 2 in here, and then I'm just going to use that. This is a snack I just bought. A couple weeks ago I bought it, but it's empty now. So instead of throwing the box away, I kept it. So I'll probably just cut out this brand. They have really good cauliflower. See, it's cauliflower crackers, but they have some cauliflower tubes that I really like. And then my grocery store shop stopped selling them, so now I got to find them at another store or just order online, I guess. But I found these, and these are pretty good too for crackers. But if you see them in the store and you see the little tubes, cauliflower tubes, really good. I suggest you try a bag. All right. This was the flag that the local real estate agent, she puts every July 4th, she puts it all the way up and down all the streets. She sticks a flag in everyone's yard. That's that. I'll use that somehow. And then I finished a bag of these, which are really good. I don't know if you guys know, I love kettle chips. And then these are air fried. But the thing is, they're not, that's kind of misleading because it says air fried, like that's it. But upon closer inspection, they cook them still, like in a vat of oil, and then they finish it off with the air frying. So it still has all the grease and everything in it. But they're really good. But yeah, but I like these, and I always get the plain ones because of the ingredients. The ingredients are like nothing, just the potatoes and the oil and the sunflower and salt. So that's why I always get the plain. I don't get flavored ones for myself. I get them for hubby. So, all right. So this is my trash. Let's see what we can do with it. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey everyone, I'm back. All right, so let's go into week 27's page, or onto, I should say. All right. And can't get too close because then, let's see, that's good enough. All right, so I'll take these out so you can see the whole page. All right, so I created a pocket with the cracker cutouts. There's some layers in there, but it was enough to make a pocket on the bottom. Here's the flag. I stapled the flag, actually, made kind of like a little scrunchy thingy. And then there's my found trash. I glued that down. And then the soap thingy I use to hold all of my receipts nice and snug. I did some washi tape on the back to make it come together. My journal card, and then there's that little light thing from the lights. Use it as a pull. All right, so here is my kettle corn or kettle brand potato chips, and I taped that with double-sided tape onto the back of Dawn's art piece for ink blot. I used part of her envelope here as a hinge, and I also used part of the UPS, the label, as a hinge also. And then there's the back of her. So there's her art piece. And then I put her name from her envelope down here. And then the label that UPS, the return label for the lights that I'm not using, I just kind of cut it up and put it up here. And then I also made a 27 out of it, whiting out some of the lines. And then here's my picture. And you'll see when I was doing yard work yesterday that I found another ball. So that is roughly 4 weeks in a row that I found a ball. Weird, isn't it? Wonder if I'll find one next week. All right, so I think that covers all of my trash. That was easy, huh? Yeah, I think that's it. As always, I'm glad you guys come along with me, and I hope I inspired you to maybe start some sort of a trash journal. The thing I like about it is it's no rules, and you don't have to make it artsy or what do I do here? What do I do? You just throw everything together. It's trash, you know what I mean? And it just comes together and it just looks good. And it's record keeping. And if you do a journal card, then you can journal your week like I do. And you know, if you have kids or grandkids, it'd be something neat to give to them as they get older or whatever. But yeah, so I have one more week next week before I actually cut this. So this will be next week, week 28, and then I'm going to cut it and get this out of the way because it's too cumbersome right now. It's hard to work in. I'm not going to cut this part out because I have this all glued to the front. So I'm just going to cut the journal in half, start working on this end, and then at the end of the year, we'll put it all together with a new spine. A new one of these. All right. So that's it. Getting ready to go do Junk Journal July now. And then also I still have to do my Scrappy 8 challenge for the month of July, which the prompt is Trash to Treasure. So I hope you guys join on that one too. I'd love to see what you make. And then what else? I think that's it. I'm also going to try to start on an asylum video this month, even though we're doing Junk Journal July. And it does take a lot of my time. I'm still going to try to start a new video for the asylum. All right. And I hope to see everyone there. All right. So you guys have a great week, great Sunday, and I'll see you on the next video. Tschüss.